Lyra dreamt of colors. Vivid, swirling hues danced in her mind, begging to be set free on canvas. She yearned to paint masterpieces, to translate the emotions she felt into breathtaking works of art. Lyra believed she had stories to tell, stories that could only be expressed through the strokes of her brush. From a young age, she filled countless sketchbooks with doodles and sketches, each one a tiny seed of her grand artistic vision. Lyra's heart soared at the thought of sharing her creations with the world. She imagined people standing before her paintings, mesmerized by the colors and moved by the emotions they evoked. The thought of touching hearts and inspiring souls with her art fueled her passion, urging her forward on her creative quest. But the path to artistic brilliance, she soon discovered, was paved with more than just dreams. Doubt, however, is a persistent beast. It crept in slowly, whispering insidious doubts in Lyra's ear. As much as she tried to silence the negative voice, it grew louder with each passing day. The blank canvas before her, once a symbol of endless possibilities, began to feel like a heavy weight, a constant reminder of her perceived failures. Fear choked her creativity, and Lyra found herself trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. What if I'm not good enough? She wondered, her hand trembling as she held her brush. What if my art is just a pale imitation of others? The more she questioned herself, the more her confidence dwindled. Lyra's once vibrant colors turned dull and lifeless on the canvas, reflecting the turmoil within her. The joy she once found in painting was replaced by a gnawing anxiety that threatened to consume her entirely. Frustration mounted as Lyra struggled to translate the images in her mind onto the canvas. She longed to capture the vibrant emotions she felt, but her hand seemed to move without direction, her strokes lacking confidence and purpose. The gap between the art she envisioned and the art she created felt like an insurmountable chasm. Lyra began to question everything, wondering if she was meant to be an artist after all. One day, feeling lost and defeated, Lyra stumbled upon a serene Japanese garden tucked away in the bustling city. She wandered through the meticulously designed landscape, seeking solace among the tranquil ponds, graceful bamboo groves, and vibrant koi fish. As she sat on a moss-covered bench listening to the gentle trickle of a nearby fountain, she noticed an elderly woman sitting peacefully on a nearby bench. The woman, with her silver hair pulled back in a neat bun and eyes that sparkled with wisdom, seemed to radiate a sense of tranquility that drew Lyra in. Gathering her courage, Lyra approached the woman and shared her struggles with her art. The woman listened intently, her gaze filled with understanding and compassion. When Lyra finished speaking, the woman smiled gently and began to speak in a soft, melodic voice. "My dear," the woman said, her voice as soothing as the rustling leaves, "you are like a lilybud, full of potential but not yet ready to bloom." Lyra looked at the woman, intrigued by her words. The woman continued, "Just as a lily needs time, nourishment, and care to reach its full glory, so too do you need to nurture your talent and be patient with yourself." Lyra listened intently, her heart filled with a glimmer of hope. The woman's words resonated deeply with Lyra as she realized that she had been so focused on the end goal, on achieving instant success, that she had forgotten to enjoy the journey. She had been so afraid of failure that she had stifled her own creativity. From that day forward, Lyra adopted a new approach to her art. She stopped comparing herself to others and focused instead on her own growth. She allowed herself to experiment, to make mistakes, and to learn from each stroke of her brush. Lyra returned to her canvas with renewed determination, no longer burdened by the weight of expectation. She painted for the sheer joy of it, allowing her emotions to flow freely onto the canvas. She embraced the process, understanding that every brushstroke, every mistake was a step closer to finding her own unique voice. As she painted, Lyra felt a sense of liberation she had never experienced before. Her colors became bolder, her strokes more confident, and her paintings began to reflect the vibrant energy that had been suppressed for so long.